In this short tutorial here, we're gonna add two things. The first thing will be that if we die, it will not be possible for us to move and he will return to his spawn. So as you can see, he responds to spawn and we cannot move. Let's add so we can actually die. So if he hits us, we will die. So let's say player's health is equal to 1 and we come over and we will die. So right now, when we actually get an error that the parameter die does not exist in the animator. So we go into the animator, we add a new trigger, say it's called die. We go open up this, zoom in a bit so you guys can see, and take from any state to a new state and call it def, and we take the animation def and add a transition from here to here and say, well, this is gonna happen if we die. We make it small again. We go into the fight, meet him and say, hey, do you want to fight? He say, you can't do anything, and we're dead. But we can still move around, we can actually jump, so a lot of stuff is going on still while we're dead. So we need to be able not to do that and make him go back to his place. So we want to add so our player cannot move when he's dead. So let's go into the player controller and say, well, we need to check if he's dead. So in the take the health and call it health. And let's get that health equals get component health. And then we say if health is dead, then just return. So that little part itself will do so when meet our enemy and give us a rough beating. We cannot move anymore. We can still control the camera though, but we cannot move or jump, so we're dead. That's the first part. Let's fix the part where when we are getting attacked, the enemy will stop hitting us and leave us as a target. I just noticed that we have a target up here that we actually never use. So in the script, you can go into the AI mover and you can take this target and just remove it so you don't get confused what that is. And then we need to check. We can actually what we want to do when we die. We want to do this. So let's do a quick and extract this method and let's call it um, return to spawn. Just rename return to spawn like that. And we're gonna say can attack should also be false when we are returning to spawn. And then we say if this one is not dead, then we should aggro, and else if this one is dead, then we should have loot options, which we'll add later. If target is not equal to 0, so we actually do have a target. Let's check if that target is alive. So we have a target. So we need to check the health of the target. So we need to say, okay, we want to access the health script and call it target health is equal to target get component health. So take the health of the target and say if target health is dead. So if it's dead, well, then we can do the return to spawn command for now. That and let's see if that works. So we go into the test, close it. So let's see. We needed to follow us, go a bit behind, and this should be fine. kills us, and it runs back.